In this video, we're going to take a look at the collective universal energy for the Scorpio full moon, the lunar month, what energy we're working with, and how we can best utilize it for our lives' paths ahead. And it's a good one. My name is Edward. Welcome and greetings. Thank you for tuning in and watching Medium Tarot TV Plus, Feed Your Soul video subscription service. If you're watching on YouTube, go to my website, edwardragosta.community, link Medium Tarot TV. The links will be below. And look at the suggested viewing first, if you can. There's the Zodiac Year video, the current month video for Taurus 2020, and the last new moon, if you wish as well. So we're going to pick up where we left off. And that would be with the current week energy. The technical week is May 7th through the 14th. And here, this energy, we are, it's an energy of learning. And I'm sure we have learned much about ourselves in the past month, right? For those who have been lovingly forced to self-quarantine or lockdown or ban, however you want to view it. But what are we doing with this knowledge, this self-knowledge? How are we going to implement it in our lives practically and successfully for whatever we wish to manifest, create, attract? It's important not to get into conflict with others. Everyone is sensitive. Everyone is reacting, dealing with this situation differently. And not everyone is, even though, I say sharing is caring, not everyone is being positive on social media, which is basically the way to go with everything being virtual these days, especially during this time. So, not really to get too much involved with that conflict. All right. Healthy debate is one thing. Just to argue because you're bored or frustrated, not gonna. Now, the positive application of this would be to take an actual class or course, or learn something, read a book, watch a documentary, however you like to absorb knowledge. There's also an energy of rearranging or straightening up our living and or work quarters. So if we are homebound, shouldn't we make the space look more to our liking? You can do this on a budget or no budget, perhaps just moving the furniture around, the energy around, rearranging, cleaning, decluttering. And this is all in prep for, I would say, for next month. That's what I would say for the following full moon. It is definitely being comfortable in your environment. Okay? All right. Very well. Now, the astrological influence is the planet Mars in Leo. If you have Mars in Leo in your chart, you're activated, empowered, and or triggered. Mars is energy. It is impetus, drive to move forward. It's action. Leo is bold, expressive. That's where we have to be careful not to, out of frustration or boredom, to make a point where we're taking away from others. Everyone is allowed their opinion. All right. But in itself, this is a very expressive energy. So how are we going to, in a healthy manner, how are we going to express this energy? I say a home project is in order. Perhaps working out of your home is in order. Look into it if you haven't already, right? All right. Now, moving on to the day energy. So let's look at what's going on first. So we have the moon in Scorpio, okay? The actual full moon is at 6:45 a.m. Eastern, adjusted time to be around the globe. Later on in the evening, the moon goes void, of course, at 10:39 p.m. And the color of the day is green. It's also known as the flower moon. All right. Now, here's the energy where I felt it was more like a new moon than an actual full moon. Now, like I said, typical full moons is a time of healing and releasing. If you need to do that, please do. No worries. But the day energy is the energy of change. It's also separation and sorrow. But let's start with change first. Change. We have all been lovingly forced to view our life, our path differently. How we work, how we make money, how we spend our time, getting to know ourselves, warts and all, embracing, accepting it all, hopefully. But this is change. So what changes can we make now? A lifestyle, daily routine, schedule, and then what changes are we going to implement, let's say after quarantine, which I'm estimating is in about a month from now. In future videos, I'll be discussing that more. Now, sorrow. It's only sorrow if we refuse to see the truth of a situation, circumstance, or person. So, of course, there's sorrow involved with people losing their jobs, being furloughed, people losing their lives. We're not talking that. We're talking the loss from within, perhaps, a lack from within, and being homebound, and some people having more time on their hands. They have more time to take a good look at themselves. And separation. What do we need to separate ourselves from? Negativity, fear, and those channels, people who are feeding us that. And there are always people who succeed during difficult times. And unfortunately, there are always people that feed on the fears of others. Those are the ones we want to separate from. It's an energy, always with a negative spin. That's what we want to avoid. Now, interestingly enough, the astrological influence is the planet Saturn in Libra. And that is actually, this was the same energy that we had as the Psychic Insight theme for the Libra full moon of April 7th. So this connects us to the last full moon, sorry. And if you'd like to view that video, go on my website at ragosta.community. Go to link theme healing songs. Those videos that I have with the theme healing song are kept up for a year, so you can check out the old videos, and also that video as well. So Saturn in Libra. This is basically the universe doing a karmic wash. But it's the universe, it's not us. This is people getting what they deserve. Good, the bad, the wise, and or the ugly. It's all depending on what energy we have going on within. But even more so, it's the intentions behind our actions. We all make mistakes, but there are some that their intentions are not for the good of all. It's one thing about taking care of yourself, it's another thing about how you go about doing it. So, continuation from April 7th and for the next month. So we're talking May 7th through June 4th, we're going to see a lot of things being exposed that are supposed to be exposed, including people. Could be scams, could be people trying to get away with stuff, could be in our personal lives as well. So let's just, not to be paranoid, but let's just keep an eye open. It'd be very telling. But I do like this combination because we will get rewarded for the work that we have done previously. Saturn is rewards those who put in the work, the energy, and the effort. That's when you get the results with Saturn. And Libra is fair, balanced, equilibrium. So I really do feel like this is the universe coming in and washing over and making sure that everyone gets what they're supposed to be getting. So I see this as a good sign. And personally, in my life, I have cleaned up a lot of stuff in the last month since April 7th. And I'm sure you're either have or in the process of. So we got another month to do this. It's great. Before we take our act on the literal road again. All right. Very good. Now let's move on to the psychic insight theme for this full moon. The actual full moon it's a Scorpio full moon at 17 degrees. So if you're astrologically inclined, you look at to see where 17 degrees Scorpio is in your chart, birth natal, and you can also do a progressed chart as well. And that's where it is affecting you directly. Now, this is the energy. I'm going to term it simple pleasures. Definitely to me, that would be the key word, simple pleasures. We're all finding out that we can do without certain things, right? We are. Maybe even some people that were giving us a hard time, and maybe we're not willing to put up with it anymore. Though, that would be more in the separation department. Though this energy, I I apply to also love affair, but it's having a love affair with life, right? Love affair with life, simple pleasures, bringing us back to childhood wonder. Okay? If you know me, I love Disney, and that's my inner child, thrives on it. So, but looking into things that we used to enjoy when we were a youngin', a child, would not be a bad idea. Simplifying our life would not be a bad idea. Enjoying the simple pleasures, the little things in life, everyday miracles, wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, the astrological influence is the sun in Scorpio. So all Scorpio sun signs are activated, empowered, and are triggered for this lunar month. Simplicity is the way to go. Now, let me see if I can get anything by putting all these energies together. It's really leading us to coming home, being comfortable in our own skin, and then our actual physical home. I'm sure many people are going to want to move after the situation, or either want to move or just love where they are and make it their own at this time. As of, I would say, April 7th, actually, last month as well. And then there is enjoying what we have. The winner is not necessarily who has the most stuff, it's enjoying what you have. You don't have to have a minimalist type of life if you don't want to, but that is a possibility here with this energy. It's whatever we are happy with, and hopefully we know ourselves, okay? But we are finding out that we can do with less than we originally thought. Let's say from 2 months ago. All right. All right. I feel good about that. I'm going to leave it at that. But actually, my favorite part is the theme healing song. And I actually started with the keyword of pleasure. because in pleasure in the simplest form. Not that can't go out other ways, but I was thinking more of a simplest form. And we ended up with this song, which is very Scorpio as far as I'm concerned. Always Ascending by Franz Ferdinand. The single was released in 2017, and I think that new album was released in 2018. It's a wonderful song, um, and it's just an energy of just like a Scorpio ascending to new heights. And I think we're lovingly being forced to do that, depending if we're spiritual or not. We're all learning, growing, evolving, and ascending. Everyone is, some more than others, but it's not a contest, and there should be no judgment. Wonderful song. Check that out. I'll have that on my website, Link Medium Tarot TV. All right. Let's see if anything else I could say. Nope, that's basically it. All right. So, thank you for joining us. If you'd like a reading with myself, go to my website at Ragosta.community, link readings. Current rates are there. I'm doing telephone readings, Skype video calls, and when I can, you'll be able to see me in person. And let's see. Then there is my social media links, Facebook, Instagram. I post daily on Instagram, Daily Foresight, and you can also subscribe to my e-newsletter, which I started up on March 31st. All right, that's all she wrote. Let's ascend, evolve, grow, and get ready for next month. All right, thanks for joining us. Have a good one, and I hope to see you real soon in another video.